So I grew up in Sweden in Kristianstad, which is a small town in the south of Sweden. My parents separated in an early age, so I spent my years going a little bit back and forth. I was very much into horses, so both me and my mom, we would have horses together and spend a lot of time around horse riding and equestrian. I was probably kind of a happy, quite energetic kid. We had a lot of activity, a lot of cycling down to the lake and swim, and we just did a lot of stuff. I was quite social and competitive. My mom would fool me into doing errands when she picked up the stopwatch and timed my way through it. And I had a really cool childhood where I got to do a lot of different stuff and just be a kid playing around every day. Also, my mom is quite a special, strong woman. She's a midwife, and midwives in Sweden are pretty hands-on and they're strong ladies. They drink the coffee with a spoon, standing straight in the cup, it's just strong stuff straight through. And she's been a role model ever since I grew up. When she turned 40, she had a midlife crisis, so she wanted to bike to Italy. And this is before we even really got into sport, and we didn't have any proper bikes. We basically rode from Sweden down to Italy and camped our way through Europe. And I come to love riding my bicycle. It took 19 days. So for us it was maybe 110 k's per day on average, which was so far, and quite an achievement each day. My first ever triathlon was summer of 2000, and it was a local triathlon near my hometown. I couldn't swim, I did breaststroke, and I was second last out of the water. I actually have some photos from it with my old bike, gears down on the frame, the manual gear shifting. But it went quite well. I think I won the female category and probably won a 5-pack of socks or something from a local sports shop. But I enjoyed it because the difference from the horse riding was that it was just down to how hard I went. So that first triathlon experience kind of really hit a place in me. The Collins Cup is super exciting, I think, for us as athletes to be able to showcase that to the world, to have the different regions pan out, and you have actually teammates. It's a fun thing in sport. We're so used to do it by ourselves, and the few times and occasions we've been able to be in a team racing with others, it just brings everything to a different level, even the pain, because you can take more pain when you do it for someone else. When you're out there by yourself, you always have the negotiations in your head, what you're happy with. And even though you started with a bigger goal, you can negotiate that with yourself with what you are going to be happy with in the end. But when you have other people standing around waiting for you, or they have done a really good effort that you're building off, then you're you have to step up and you have to find something more, because it's not about you anymore, it's about all the others. So yes, it's a higher pressure, and it's making I think it makes you find something else, a different level of performance. Representing my country, of course, is super important for me, and to take out blue and yellow, the national race suit, it's always a big honor. I've been representing Sweden in cycling and in triathlon. And it's just adds a different dimension of racing, and I think it's the biggest honor for a country. If I would be in the Collins Cup, well, there's a lot of big nations you would like to beat. In general, I would say the Americas is a big head to take, because especially Europe is the little brother, and I think we're really strong in sport, but we have some other big continents that are kind of a bit more louder and bigger in many ways. I think for anyone else lining up against Europe, it's going to be a very difficult day, so they better bring their A game to the line.